The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp longest rivalry. Head coach Roth with energy. Head coach Garski with altitude. Third straight year vying for this medal right here, the Disney Championship. They've been going back and forth. Coach Roth has been shirt talking all week long. It says no mask or face covering while coaching. And he made sure to have the do not sign. And these two will be battling it out to face off in the championship game tomorrow morning. Who will win that? We'll find out. But who will win this medal tonight and go into that championship game? We're going to find out right here at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Mario Ramos in the booth.
Please be with you here from the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. The D-League playoffs, 2 and 3 seeds set up beautifully there by our colleague Levi Flores. As we got Coach Garski leading the 3-seed Altitude against the 2-seeded Energy and Coach Charles Roth. We saw what's on the line there as far as the coaching rivalry is concerned. On the line, like Levi mentioned, a spot in the championship game. Winner of this one will take on the top-seeded Dazzle, who just came back from behind to defeat the Gators in a tightly contested matchup to earn their trip to the championship game. And the winner of this game awaits them tomorrow in NorCal Sports TV's Summer Basketball Camp D-League Championship game.
I'm excited for this one. First year, when the rivalry started, it came down to the very end, and it was Coach Garski ended up winning. And the reason why it's called the Disney Championship is because head coach Garski was actually going to Disneyland that next day, and it just happened to work out for him, and that's why it's called the Disney Championship. Well, the next year, here comes head coach Roth into play. They face off yet again in another battle. Came down to the very last play. There was a no call at the end, which led to Coach Roth winning that and keeping this medal for the last 365 days. And now one of them will take it home for the second time. But, of course, it's not for a championship, but in between themselves, this means more than just winning the league overall.
Yeah, you can see him pacing up and down the sideline there in your shot. And even before the game, Coach Roth was kind of walking by our broadcast booth and kept saying, man, it's a big game right here. This is a big game. And we are underway as the Altitude win the tip. Got Jax Peckman out to Liam Keener, who won the three-point shooting championship yesterday. Trying to get a three-pointer to get started. Ace Itamudia with the rebound, but pass turned over. Isaiah LaCourte. And you also have 90, that is Sean McCutcheon out there for the Altitude in orange. Here for the Energy, Quincy Kane with the runner. Can't get it to go. Kane, though, gets his own loose ball out to Philly Harris. Stephen Castro, Marcelo Stone, and Cody Bentz out there as well. And we're going to get a couple of free throws as Castro hit on the way up. Stephen Castro is going to get 2 shots for the Energy.
One thing about the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp is we're going back to the basics in just about everything you do so that, one, you can learn it for the first time or you can relearn it if you're at that level. And the basics have truly come out in all these players. They're able to run plays. They're able to get themselves open, get themselves into spots. And sometimes they don't hit the shots, but they're doing everything they need to in order to make it happen. Now, one other thing is there's also shooting forms where they go to the free throw line, they practice free throws. But that's one thing that you can't just teach in 5 days is to consistently make free throws, which has been a big part of this week.
Castro knocking down 1 of 2 right there today. Actually had the shooting evaluation, so the Campers got their shots on film. His layup won't go down at the far end for LaCourte. He's going to stay down with the Altitude, but have the shooting evaluations, get a chance to look at themselves on film and have the coaches kind of break down their shots and help them out. So, like you mentioned, going back to the basics, a lot of fundamentals being drilled here at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's cool to see the progression throughout the week as well as you see the Campers get better and better each day and apply some of those things that they learned. There's Kane squaring up and get the shot to go. Stone out to Bentz. Harris, he finished second in that three-point shooting contest. He'll put up a three-pointer. LaCourte with the rebound. Peckman, a return camper from Oakdale. Friends from down the hill as AC Damudia kicks this out. Isaiah LaCourte is another Oakdale guy. Can't get that one to go. Marcelo Stone, who's sporting the summer camp beanie as well. Runs the lane. Talk about a guy who's gotten better and better throughout the week. Marcelo Stone, can't get that one to go, but like you said, kind of putting yourselves into those positions. Sometimes you don't always make the shot, but getting yourselves into those spots is kind of the first step, right?
We saw the game prior to this, layup after layup, the opportunities, the high percentage shots that every coach wants to see, every player wants to have the opportunity to hit. Unfortunately, at the end of the game, the shot chart was just red X's right underneath the basket. It was probably enough to get them ahead, but you can't take it back once you miss.
Court gets a bucket on the other end, puts the altitude up ahead. 2-1 here in the early going. That's a good point, though. You can see the shot chart throughout the week with these teams. The shots get better and better. Just kind of speaks to, like we talked about, the fundamentals that they're improving on, but also the teamwork and the practices and the film sessions really come into play as the execution like that right there. A little give and go between Stone and Castro. Left it short. Here's LaCourte. Court reverse layup, good for two. Couple buckets for Isaiah LaCourte. A handful of youngsters from Oakdale Junior High. Oh, good idea from Bentz. Harris, I don't think, was looking for it. Harris, another one of those Oakdale kids. Tell you what, they got a good group of guards here at the junior high level. Look out there for the Mustangs here in the future. Peckman. Out to Keener. Mudia kicks this one out down in the corner, and McCutcheon takes a spill. Seen Oakdale traditionally solid in football, baseball, wrestling, heck, even soccer. Basketball had a really good year this year, kind of changing the way they normal Oakdale teams would play. A lot of energy out there. So again, a good group of guards coming into a program like that. Look out. We get to our first substitution timeout. 4-1 Altitude leading the Energy. Alongside Levi Flores, Mario Ramos. Shade under 10 minutes left to play. Here's our guy Jello, Angelo Avila, gets in the game, loses the handle, goes out of bounds. Altitude give up the possession to the Energy. Altitude leading by 3, 4-1 in the D-League playoff game. 2-3 seed. Altitude the 3 seed, the Energy the 2 seed. Winner of this one will take on the Dazzle tomorrow. Kane, bump from behind. He hits the deck. It'll be a baseline inbound for the Energy. Kane trying to play it in, gets it to Fuller. Colton Fuller has it knocked away. Asa Demudia picks up the loose ball. Peckman directing traffic. Gets it Demudia on the high post. Patient possession here for the Altitude. LaCourte fires a 3. Rebound by Bentz. Harris up ahead to Kane in the corner. Squares up. Can't get it to go. LaCourte with the board.
One thing about head coach Sam Garski and what we've seen in the last couple of years is he drafts his teams really well as all the other coaches, of course, but he drafts his team and he goes, listen, we don't need to win every single game. Every team makes it into the playoffs, and you fight for position from there. If we take our time, learn how to play with each other, take it slow, then we can ramp it up as the week progresses. And even if we're the 5 seed, if we're the 4 seed, it doesn't matter. We still have that chance to win. We just have to get hot at the right time. And right now, he's the 3 seed, right in the middle, but he's on top of the number 2 seed, up by 3 points.
Avila going to get called for the travel. And we've seen Garski make an impact on the coaching sideline here with the squad, and also early in the morning is up at the 6 a.m. workouts, leading the way out there with Coach Roth. Talk about the rivalry, but those two guys pretty much attached at the hip out here at camp. They've been eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner side by side and checking out the games. And also, plenty of trash talking, like you said, shirt talking going on from Coach Roth. And there's a nice floater from LaCourte, who's come ready to play. He got his 3rd bucket. All 6 points for the altitude coming from Isaiah LaCourte.
Well, last year, after the camp was over and head coach Roth ended up taking the Disney Championship home with him, they left the camp, went to lunch, and the waiter came over and goes, "Oh, would your son like some more tea?" And Garski goes, "Of course, his son would like some more tea." Almost that father-son relationship, despite not knowing each other 2 years prior.
Philly Harris gets into the lane and can't get it to go. Yeah, they had talked about how they had shared some meals prior to the camp up here, and they'd probably be sharing more meals if they lived a little closer to each other. Harris a little short. And we see the campers kind of come together in a similar fashion. A lot of these guys end up becoming friends, staying in the same dorm, playing on the same teams, and cool to see that translate to the staff as well. As we see it across the board, a bunch of us coming together, working here with the company, and some of us making our way up to camp and becoming part of the company. It's been a whole lot of fun here at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp as LaCourte can't get that one to go. Fuller comes away with the rebound. 6'2" altitude here in the playoffs. Kane, shoot or shoot. I like the mindset here from Quincy Kane. Every time he shoots it, too, I think it's going to go in. He squares up. And there's Philly Harris slicing to the basket. 3 in the game for Philly Harris, 6'4".
First made basket from the field for Energy. Both of these teams really slow, really methodical on their offensive end. Defense doing a good job of not allowing multiple opportunities, second chance points. And that's a big thing, especially at this level when a lot of the times that free ball will give you a rebound and another opportunity.
LaCourte with the blow by. He's got another bucket. 8 in the game for Isaiah LaCourte. Castro steps back, fires and nets a 3-pointer. 4 in the game for Steven Castro. Makes it a 1-point game. Peckman gets inside, and we're going to get a tie-up right there. And that's going to take us to our next substitution timeout right at the 5-minute mark. We'll be back with the final 5 minutes of the first half. Altitude 8, Energy 7. Altitude leading the Energy at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. So we've got some substitutions being made. So Harris, Castro, Stone, Fuller, and Kane, the 5 for the Energy. The Altitude have Avila, Keener, Peckman, LaCourte, and Itamudia. Fuller gets inside. Lays that one up and in for his first bucket of the game. So the Energy taking the lead, 9-8.
You know, these media timeouts, it's not necessarily for the coaches. It's for the players to get a quick break, grab some water, and then go back out on the court. Another thing is substitutions. Get everyone the opportunity. Everyone has to sub out at least once, and that comes into the strategy of things. And our coaches, our players, they are so competitive that they break it down to a science. Each and every substitution, each and every timeout that they use breaks down all the way into their game plan, and these are two of the best despite being in a game against each other trying to fight Ace and his team tomorrow morning.
Ace Garski and the Dazzle awaiting the winner of this one in the championship game. Stone comes up with the rebound. Empty trip at the line for Peckman. Castro on the give and go, gets it back inside, scoop layup won't go, rips down the rebound, got knocked out of bounds by LaCourte. Will stay down at this end with the Energy.
Talked about Peshman being from Oakdale, and I guess those Oakdale Mustangs don't really perform in Sonora that well.
Hey-oh! There's Philly Harris with the bucket. Second field goal for Philly Harris. 5 points in the game. We'll find out late August when the Wildcats and Mustangs kick off their annual football rivalry.
Where is it at this year?
It's going to be at Dunleavy Field.
Sonora.
Yes, Sonora High.
95% chance that's going to be right here on NorCal Sports TV.
Yes, indeed.
Speaking of Mustangs again.
Richmond back at the free throw line. First one short. Another empty trip for Peshman at the free throw line, and he tapped it out of the hands of Stone, so it's going to stay with the Energy. You see Garski and Roth arm in arm in the shot behind the bench right there. Those two having way too much fun competing against one another. Kane out to Stone. Stone bounces it off of Peshman's foot. Peshman picks it up. Try to get it out to Keener. Keener wasn't sure that was intended for him. Ends up going out of bounds. 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Harris bringing it across half court. Fuller trying to get position down low.
That just shows you how good of a player Jello is. It's a mismatch down low, and then he still has enough defensive pressure to push him outside of the paint and force the pass.
Castro gets the runner on the other end. 6 now for him. LaCourte getting back to the basket. Can't get it to go. Stone with the rebound. Kane slicing to the bucket. Floater up and in. Quincy Kane gets his first shot. Energy pulling away. It's a 8-0 run here for the Energy to take a 7-point lead. Itamudia has it taken away by Fuller. Fuller loses the handle. Peshman picks up the loose ball, and we're going to get a tie-up between Peshman and Fuller. It's going to go down the other end. It'll be altitude basketball.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Avila trying to shake Fuller. Avila gets inside, floats it up, nearly got it to go. Quincy Kane, excuse me. Final seconds here of the first half. Kane, double team. LaCourte comes up with the steal. LaCourte, before the halftime buzzer, can't get the layup to go. He had a great first half with 8 points. That one notwithstanding as he can't get the layup to go. And the Energy lead the Altitude 15-8 as we head to halftime. Lights on now, taking full effect at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Final game of the evening, and it's a playoff game in the D-League. The 2-seeded Energy leading the 3-seeded Altitude 15-8. I'm Mario Ramos alongside Levi Flores. Levi, what was your keys to the first half there for the Energy?
Well, for the first half, obviously it's keep doing what you did in that last 5 minutes. That's when everything really went into effect. Your offense was getting in motion, getting the open shots that you want. But, when I truly break it down, what I want to say is you still have to watch out no matter what happens, because you can play your best game. You can make a shot on almost every single possession and lose this game. We nearly saw it about 2 hours ago. Coach Sam Garski's G League team, the Mad Ants, nearly came back from an over 20-point deficit, came within 5, and still barely lost at the very end. And it wasn't anything special. It was just they were waiting till the very end to try to strike, wait till the other team got tired, and you don't know what tricks they have up their sleeve. And that's just what I want to say to the Energy is it's not a key to the first half, but it's a key to the second half.
Ace Amudia taking some contact, trying to get his Altitude squad back into this game as he has an and one opportunity. Youngster out of Clovis picking up the free throw and right back up with it. Asamwam Iramudia, known as the Ace around camp. Knocks down the free throw, holds the follow through too. Okay, Ace, I see you.
Got that gooseneck.
Yeah, kept it up there in case they're watching at home out in Clovis. 15-11, following the and one from Iramudia. Stone up top, Kane again squares up. Shot looks good, couldn't get it to go. Fuller with the rebound, hit on the way up. Looks like Angelo Avila is going to get called for the foul. 2 free throws for Colton Fuller.
This could be one of the lowest D-League games we have seen all week long.
defensive slugfest between these two squads. Seen the pace kind of not necessarily blistering. Both teams content to play in the half court. As McCutcheon comes out with a rebound. The court pulls up on Bentz. Three won't go. Kane chases it down. Kane out to Bentz. Bentz goes against the grain, now drops it off Fuller. Free throw line jumper rattles home. 3 in the game now for Colton Fuller. Lead back up to 7 for the Energy. Angelo Avila trying to drive inside, lost his footing, lost the ball. It goes out of bounds to the Energy. Bench trying to hit Castro. Ball picked up by McCutcheon. McCourt with it on the wing. Gets a screen from Keener. Runner. Ball tipped around. McCutcheon nearly got the offensive putbacks. Castro's rebound. Castro, known in front, jumped on the speed a little bit now. Is going to pull up for 3 and hit it.
My goodness.
Not going to guard me. Might as well fire away. 9 now for Steven Castro.
Coach Roth has done a great job with Castro this week. He started off in the evaluation games dominating every which way, and of course that's great, but when you play in specific divisions, when you play in specific games, you have certain roles that you need to take, and he can take any one of them now. He can be a point guard, he could be a three-point shooter, he could be off the block, he can be that center, and Coach Roth can put him in any one of those pieces whenever he needs to be there, and he fits that role perfectly.
Yeah, definitely a guy who's shined here at camp, here in the D-League division. The court going to get called for the travel as he caught it, kind of hopped, turned the other way, and then got going. Bentz going to bring it up for the Energy, lead by 10. This goes behind the back. Here's Fuller. Bentz puts it on the ground. Bentz gets to the cup. Layup good for 2 for Cody Bentz. That's going to take us to our next substitution timeout. The court going to get called for the travel before that. And that's going to be our next break in the action. We'll step aside on NorCal Sports TV. Alongside Levi Flores, I'm Mario Ramos. 12-point lead for the Energy, trying to make their way to the championship game where the Dazzle await them in tomorrow's D-League championship games. We prepare to break camp. Here, day 4 has been a day full of action. We got playoff action. Wrapping it up with this one here, but the Energy taking control in the second half. Harris back out on the court. Gives it up to Bentz. Bentz gets to the block. Short. Rebound pulled in by Liam Keener. Peshman inside spins. Scoop layup. Hit the underside of the rim. Harris up ahead to Fuller. Nice lead pass. Fuller can't get the layup to go. There's Jello. Angelo Avila pushing down the left wing. Gives it up to Sean McCutcheon. Ace Itamudia at the foul line, loses the handle. Castro picks it up.
You can tell it's starting to get to Garski, head coach Garski there. Down by 12, under 12 minutes to play. A simple little turnovers, mistakes, and just don't want to see it when you're in this position, vying for your own championship and then vying for a chance to get into the camp championship as well.
That's going to help right there as Peshman gets all the way to the basket. Makes it a 10-point game as Coach Garski imploring his team to try to get some stops on the defensive end. Bentz to the left, off the glass. Rebound McCutcheon, good defense by McCutcheon. Peshman up ahead to Keener. Keener looked like he wanted to launch a three. Again, he won the three-point shooting contest yesterday. He's open in the corner. Peshman gets to the basket, can't get the layup to go. Itamudia with the rebound. Itamudia fouled. And he's going to get a baseline inbound for the Altitude. Itamudia out to Keener. Peshman. Itamudia trying to set him a screen. Peshman back over to Itamudia. And gets underneath the arm of Castro, draws some contact. 2 free throws coming up for Ace Itamudia.
Itamudia is just one of those players who's not afraid of contact. See Peshman in the corner, tries to set a screen, move the ball back and forth, hands it off to Ace, and he's just like, all right, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Tries to pound the body inside. He may not make the layup, but he'll get himself a couple of free throws, try to attack on points from there.
You even seen him crashing the rebound. Kind of looks like he's stage diving a little bit, just jumping into the pile. Trying to get a board. Like you said, definitely not afraid of contact.
It's a great point. Sometimes officiating staffs will reward that. If you're not allowed, or if you're not afraid to take contact, not afraid to get a little dirty, get in. A little bump won't hurt. You know, there is a limit to it, but it seems like Ace Itamudia knows exactly what that limit is and stays right underneath.
He's kind of got that knack. Some guys will come in and maybe flail a little bit more so, but now he's just playing physical basketball. And it's refreshing to see from these younger kids. Here's Harris getting inside, flips it up with the left hand. McCutcheon with the board. Peshman looking to push. Still a 10-point game. The old saying, you run one run away from being one run away if you're the Altitude. Just got to make that first one. Here's Itamudia inside, draws 2, nice pass out to McCutcheon. There you go. A 2-pointer for McCutcheon, foot on the line. Bucket for Sean McCutcheon, makes it an 8-point game.
It's a lot of credit to Itamudia there as well. Everyone knows that he's going to try to drive inside, including the defense, so everyone's trying to crash towards the middle. From the very start, his first step, he goes, I know I'm in trouble. I need to get this out because there's no chance of me getting this up. He turns, he throws out to the man that's open in the corner, able to knock down that deep 2, get himself an assist.
Harris off the screen, gets into the paint. Short, Fuller blocked from behind. Peshman got a piece of it. Last touch by, looks like Keener touched it last. The Altitude basketball, Energy basketball along the baseline. In the post to Castro. Castro taking his time, powers it up and in for 2. 11 in the game for Steven Castro. Peshman off the ball screen, wanted a 3. Gets it out to Keener. Peshman will fire this one. Stone tips it into the hands of Castro. And we're going to get a substitution timeout. I think. Yep, there it is. So we'll step aside as we take a timeout here for substitutions on NorCal Sports TV. 10-point game. Energy leading the Altitude in the D-League playoffs. 2-seed Energy up over the 3-seed Altitude. 1-seed Dazzle awaiting the winner in the championship game tomorrow on NorCal Sports TV. Marcelo Stone going to get called for the travel. The ball over to the Altitude. See if they have enough time to get back into this ball game, trailing by 10. Freshman going to cross over on Harris. Gets inside, flips it up and in, and one for Jax Peshman.
It's a big basket right there. As soon as there's a timeout called, when you get that possession, you want to go down, make sure you score. If you're on defense, you want to make this stop. They do both of those, and now Peshman has a chance to make that three-point opportunity.
He cashes in. It's his first free throw. He was 0 for 4 prior to that one. 5 in the game now for Peshman. 7-point ball game. We come up on 6 minutes left to play. Harris working on Peshman. Going to pull it back out. Here's Bentz. No Castro right now for the Energy, so maybe an opportunity here for the Altitude to try to get back into this ball game. Fuller had it off his hands, stayed in bounds. Fuller trying to take Avila down in the post. Avila going to get called for the reach. Harris out to Stone in the corner. McCourt trying to get to it. Harris pounding the dribble, right to left crossover. Skips inside, can't get the layup. Stone's got it, and Stone is fouled by LaCourte. 5 minutes left to play.
7-point difference. Altitude, what we've seen in the last couple of days is they want to be in the lead heading into that final couple minutes. If not, then some tendencies are try to shoot from the outside, get points as fast as possible from wherever you can get open or outside the arc. And Coach Garski doesn't really want to see that, but when you're the head coach, you can't go out there and play for your team. You have to leave it up to the players. So right now, if Altitude can come within one possession, that will be the best for them to try to take down Coach Roth and his Energy squad.
Harris can't finish at the rim. McCutcheon comes away with the rebound.
Big possession
Peshman
here.
up ahead to McCutcheon. McCutcheon, layup's good for 2. Cuts it to a 5-point game, 25-20. We come up on 4 minutes left to play. Bentz puts it on the floor. Out to Harris in the corner. He'll fire a 3. Short. Ball loose. Picked up by LaCourte. LaCourte up ahead. He's got Peshman. Peshman lays it up and in for 2. It's a 3-point game.
Big time possession there. Big time rebound. Big time assist. Big time bucket.
7-0 run here for the Altitude. Got it to a 1-possession game. Here's Bentz. Bentz working against McCutcheon. Tough shot. Good defense. Keener with a strong rebound. Chance for the Altitude to cut it to 1 or tie with the 3. After trailing by 10. Trying to keep their championship hopes alive. LaCourte. LaCourte takes a mid-range shot. Won't go. Fuller with the rebound.
1 minute until our final media break. Altitude did exactly what I expected them to do. They want to get right back in this game. Coach Garski is going to wait until the final couple of minutes to really put on the burners. They've done exactly that, and as long as they keep this one-possession game, then that'll set them up perfectly for that final 2 minutes where they're able to play full-court press, and the clock will stop with a 1-and-1 on every defensive foul.
LaCourte pounding Kane. He loses the ball. It's on the floor. LaCourte going to tie him up. And we'll get a jump ball. It's about 2.5 left to play. It'll be Altitude basketball. Final 2:20. Here's Peshman. And a screen from Keener. Little head fake, gets inside. Wanted to kick it out. Instead, he's going to throw it up with the left hand and get it to go. Peshman with 9 here in the second half. Cuts it to a 1-point game, We'll take our 2-minute substitution timeout right here. We got 2:08 left to play. An exciting conclusion coming up from the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Two minutes, 8 seconds remaining. The Energy clinging to a 1-point lead, a 9-0 run here by the Altitude. We're going to get a foul as Ida Mudia thought he had a steal, but he's going to put Philly Harris at the free throw line. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Philly Harris, who had 5 first-half points. Scoreless here in the second half, but a chance to change that as he steps to the line.
I like that call. I like that call. It's a good call.
And got into the body a little bit before he was able to rip the basketball away. So 1-and-1 for Philly Harris. Coach Roth going to put everybody back. Harris knocks down the first free throw. 6 in the game. I don't think the rest of the guys at the line were ready if that one was missed. They were just kind of standing around. Second free throw for Harris, up and in. 2 big free throws, puts the Energy up by 3, 27-24. Peschman and inside. Kick it out to LaCourte. He tries to tie it up. It's off the back iron. Itamudia hit it last, and he stepped on the baseline, so it's out on the Altitude. It'll be Energy basketball.
And I'd hate to say I'm correct in this situation, but one thing the Altitude needed to not do is be down by more than one possession. And, of course, those 2 free throws only put them up by 3. But right now, Altitude is thinking big points fast.
Castro with a big block shot.
That last 3-point attempt, they don't need that fast. You're just looking for a layup. You don't even need a jump shot. Just get those points, make sure you're in there, and even a foul. You make the layup, you go for 3. Maybe you just make the layup, you miss it, you go to the free throw line. All those possibilities are better than missing a 3 and giving up the ball.
McCutcheon gets it into Itamudia. Misses the first shot, gets his rebound. Can't get the second attempt. Bentz has it stolen by LaCourte. LaCourte lays it up and in, cuts it to a 1-point game. First second half bucket for LaCourte. Minute 20 left to play. Kane barely kept that one in bounds. Now we're going to get a foul on Petchman. It's going to put Quincy Kane at the free throw line for a pair, or for 1-and-1, excuse me. Minute 17 remaining. Kane. He's got 2 points thus far. He misses the front end of 1-and-1. The ball over to the Altitude. Peschman from the ball screen. A chance to take the lead on this possession for the Altitude here in the D-League playoffs. 3 seed trying to beat the 2 seed and get to the championship game. Harris, classmate guarding Peschman, still on him. Here's LaCourte. LaCourte gets a step. LaCourte layup is good for 2. 12 in the game for LaCourte, and the Altitude take a 1-point lead. And we fouled, so McCutcheon going to put Kane at the line for another 1-and-1. Kane a chance to tie it or take the lead if he can hit them both. 50 seconds left to play.
This is one of those strategies. Head coach Garski saying, let's get him at the free throw line. It's a 1-and-1. He misses the first. We have the chance to get the rebound because right now there's only one player down there to get the rebound. Head coach Roth putting a lot of, a lot of praise into the free throw shooter, saying, I believe you're going to make this, and he does.
And the shots look good all game for Quincy Kane. He gets squared up, uses his legs, everything going towards the basket. Hits the first one. Rattles out the second free throw. And I think we're going to get a lane violation on the Altitude. It's going to give Kane another shot.
That is a big mistake. You have 4 players down there ready to grab a rebound. All you have to do is box out 2. You're outnumbering them, and you have a lane violation.
Tough break for the Altitude. Another free throw attempt for Quincy Kane, a chance to put his team out in front, and he takes advantage as the Energy go back over the top, 29-28. Here's LaCourte. LaCourte, another runner. And this one kicked around, ball still loose. Bentz has it, and Bentz is going to be fouled by LaCourte. So it's going to be a 1-and-1 free throw situation here for Cody Bentz.
That is another great call by the officiating staff. You'll see the right arm of LaCourte going right down into the arm pocket as he's trying to push it out.
29-28. Cody Bentz has got 2 points in the ball game, shooting the front end of a 1-and-1. And you got one guy down there looking to rebound for the Energy. 4 guys looking to block out for the Altitude. Not sure what the delay is here. There's the ref.
It's a little conversation between the ref and the coach here.
Yeah, we got to pass the ball in.
Official saying he's going to wait until Garski sits down.
What are we doing here? So now the ball played into Cody Bentz, who hits the first free throw. 3 in the game now for Cody Bentz. Puts his team up by 2 with 39 seconds. And Bentz knocks them both down.
A little bit of a full court press. 1 man at least going down to protect the inbound. They're going strong on Peshman.
LaCourte going for a 3. That's going to be off the mark, trying to go for the tie. Here's Kane. Gets it out to Stone. Stone passing to Bentz. You got 20 seconds left. And Bentz, shot fake, won't go. Coming up on 10 seconds left to play. Peshman gets inside, gets the bucket. Makes it a 1-point game. They're going to foul Harris here with 4 seconds remaining. So Harris will shoot a 1-and-1. 4 seconds remain. Knocks them both down. Still within 3. So
I believe
left to be decided.
Both coaches have timeouts as well. Mm-hmm. So if Coach Roth brings his players back, a quick pass up, timeout at half, 3 seconds inbound, take a shot. I mean, that's where my mind immediately goes.
Harris hits the first free throw. 3 for 3 here in the second half is Philly Harris. Now 4 of 5 from the foul line. Got 8 points. Harris hits them both, makes it a 3-point game. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. Coach Roth going to talk some strategy. We'll stick with you here on NorCal Sports TV. Final seconds here on day 4.
33-30. We knew this was going to be a close one. Not even just about the seeds at number 2 and number 3, the most competitive division at the campus here. Just between these 2 head coaches, they've learned from each other. They talk off the court when talking about their actual teams in high school and at the college level. And coming down to this 3-point game with Coach Roth ahead, what does Coach Garski have in store where the last couple of possessions have been throwing up threes, trying to close that gap that they've heavily needed. But now it's to force overtime. You can't get inside the arc. You have to be outside, and you have to knock it down. Who do you put the ball in the hands of?
I remember they got the champion of the 3-point shooting contest on their team in Liam Keener. So that'd be one guy that you think might be an option right here if you're the Altitude. Nobody on the team has hit a three-pointer in this game. But still, guys plenty capable. We've seen LaCourte. Peshman could hit from there, even McCutcheon. Edamudia might get a look, who knows.
And Edamudia did compete in that three-point contest in which you had to win your spot to be there. Here we go.
We're going to have to go the length of the court, too, so long way to go. (33-30). 4 seconds remain. Peshman trying to get it into LaCourte. Nice pass to get it to LaCourte. LaCourte at the buzzer for the tie, and it's short. A good look, just left it a little short. And the energy is going to come away with the 33-30 victory as they'll advance into the championship game. And looks like Coach Roth is going to keep the Disney trophy for one more year. We look at the final replay. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast. Again, the Energy will advance into the championship game tomorrow. Well, they'll take on the Dazzle in the D-League Championship. On our final game, that's going to do it for day 4 of camp. Final day coming up tomorrow morning. We'll see you then from the Sierra Outdoor School. For Levi Flores, I'm Mario Ramos. Thanks for joining us here at the Norcross Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.